Hello everybody, my name is Luke Mar and this is Haute Mode, and today on Haute Mode we're getting into the Haute Couture Celebrity Fashion Roast and Review. From live crows to unfortunate looks, we have a lot to discuss. Now before we get any further into today's video, I want to say a huge shout out to today's sponsor, who is Bombas. I love the Bombas socks. Bombas is the premium basics brand that cares. Not only do they produce fantastic essentials like socks, underwear, shirts, and more, but they also have a one purchased equals one donated policy. When you buy Bombas, you're helping to be part of over 150 million items donated to date. Items like underwear, socks, and shirts are getting donated to those in need, oftentimes in homeless shelters, and it's nice to see a brand that gives back and wants to make that a part of their ethos. Now, seeing as we're talking about Haute Couture and looking your best, we need to talk about the suave looking Bombas socks. I do love the workout versions. I think they're really chic. I feel like they're really helpful to make sure I don't get any cuts from when I'm running, jogging, wogging. That's running and jogging, because oftentimes I can't finish my jogs, but I can walk at the end. But I also think that the dress socks are rather fantastic. I picked up this super sweet 4-pack with these floral designs on them. I've had weddings, I've had dinners, like I've had to go to more dressy events, and honestly, they're perfect for the summer. Beautiful little floral socks with the patterns all throughout, and having these embroidered with flowers right at the top. I like how bright the flower is and that it's all different colors. It's like a little bouquet. An haute sensibility about them. I can pair them with a casual loafer to enhance the charm. I also love the research and development, or R&D, that Bombas provides when it comes to their products. And they don't just have flower designs. I'll never forget the first time that I saw a Bombas sock and I was like, what is that? I need that. I'm obsessed with that. And it's because from the touch, you literally can feel the quality of them. And Bombas made sure that when they were doing the research and development, they wanted to provide something that was both very comfortable and very durable, which I don't know about you, but I'm often getting holes in my socks, but not Bombas socks. Every other sock, yeah, not these bad girls. Bombas also has a 100% happiness guarantee, so they have free returns and exchanges in case you don't like the fit or the feel, or something happens to them, like, I don't know, they shrink in the wash, or your dog eats them. I can't talk about the dog eating the socks. It's trauma. But know that Bombas has your back. Feel good and do good with Bombas, knowing that your purchase is doing real good. And new customers get 20% off their first purchase. So go to bombas.com and use code HAUTEMODE to get that 20% off, people. And with that, let's get into the rest of the video. So the woman that was out and about for the most part was Cardi B, and that's where we're starting. First up, we have this Rahul Mishra look. This is a version of an off-the-runway experience by Rahul Mishra, and I kind of like it. I think that obviously it's a little kooky, it's a little crazy. It's this pipe flower extender thing going on from behind her back, but I think the dress is actually rather lovely. I like this wave motif in the crystals. I think with that red velvet, it really works. I don't even mind the fact that it sort of fades away as we get to around the thigh area. I think it allows that sort of motif to really work its way out. I think that the crystal roses are cool. I think they're different. I think they're a little weird. Do they remind me a little bit of a Marnie look that maybe Nicki Minaj wore to the Met Gala? Yeah. But in all seriousness, I think it's cool. I think it's fun. It's a little out there, but also that's haute couture. It can be a little bit avant-garde and we get to enjoy it. Now, next up we have Cardi B, and she's wearing Schiaparelli. This is an haute couture look from Off the Runway. It's this large black gown with quite extensive shoulders. It's almost a sort of drop neckline that then raises at the shoulder area and then falls back down towards the end of the dress. To me, it's that sort of surrealism, Schiaparelli influence. It's also around the head, emphasizing this dreamlike state and quality, which is very surrealist and Schiaparelli. And then it's topped with all of these sort of pearlescent fringe pieces that are quite thick. And I have to say, I do enjoy a quite thick pearl moment, because sometimes it looks a little cheap, as Northwest once said.
I like the pearls. I just don't like that it looks like from the dollar store.
Getting read for filth by a 9-year-old.
It looked cheap. It needed to be a little thicker, and that was about a Schiaparelli look. So I think the look is fun. I don't know if the look necessarily needed the crow that Cardi had hired for her to like hold. And I don't know if she was like trying to be Edgar Allan Poe. I don't know if it was like a reference, or maybe like the wings of the dress and the wings of the crow. Like, I just didn't really get it. I didn't know if it was like as needed as we made it out to be. Couldn't really understand why we did that. Now, the last Cardi look we'll talk about is this Stephane Rolland veiled gown. I love this. I think it's really beautiful. I think it frames her body so well. I think that taffeta white bodice is absolutely phenomenal. I love the way that it's lined in white as well and then drapes up in this black velvet and sort of creates, again, almost like a reference, I think, to Catholicism, maybe a little bit of nunnery. It's not obviously like a direct reference, but I think something about it has a sort of religious kind of connotation, in my opinion. And I don't think at the same time like it's cosplaying or it's costumey or it's like disrespectful at all. I think that it's taking influence from something that is rather sacred and important, and at the same time making it something different, something that you can, you know, live if you don't live that particular lifestyle. I respect it. I think it's cool. I think it's beautiful. I think it's stunning. I think it pays homage without being disrespectful. I think she looks wonderful. Next up we have Davika Horne, who is wearing Robert 1, and I love it. I feel like that's usually pretty obvious with Robert 1. I think this beaded splatter bodice collar shirt thing that's actually also a gown because the skirt is fully connected, peels off at the hips, and then creates a flare floor-length skirt is gaggy. The matching hat, I'm obsessed. Even like the ends of the gloves just being that almost paint splatter, like you drenched your hand in blue paint or ink, is just like, and when I think about it, Robert 1 does love this idea of like things that go wrong with garments and perpetuating that into the clothing. So maybe this is getting like the blue ink from your pen splattered all over your body. I just think she looks fantastic and she knows how to sell the garment. She is a Thai actress, so I feel like that also helps. You know, being an actor, you understand how to play the character, and she's playing it very well. Give her the fashion Oscar. Next up, we have Dua Lipa, who is wearing Schiaparelli Haute Couture. It's not my favorite look ever. Here's the thing. When it was on the runway, it was funny and interesting because it had like a full face mask and it had little eyelashes that came out of it. But this version, obviously they've taken that off because Dua Lipa wanted to show her face, which like, I get. Full look concept is always better. I think the keyhole cutout is cute. I think the embellishments are cute. I really always hate a front slit. I feel like they're kind of awkward and weird. And the shoulder pads, they're working. They're doing their thing. And they don't look crazy. From, I don't know, mid-thigh up, I'm living. Before we get to the slit, I'm happy with it. It's fine. It's okay. It just feels a little Photoshop Dua Lipa's head on a dress. Bam, we're done. Next up, we have Gracie Abrams, who is wearing Chanel. And honestly, I kind of like this. Here's the thing. I just think it works. Like, it's cool. It's casual. It's a little sort of slip style that's tiered. I actually kind of love it. I don't know where it comes from. I don't know if it's ready to wear. I don't know if it's just whatever. But this is the kind of stuff where you can reference, like, the old school Chanel 30s tiered styles. Just, like, do it in a cute way. Like, there are cute ways to do it. And clearly, it's happening. I think that this gold trim at the bottom of each of the tiers is really lovely and luscious and beautiful. It's simple. It's easy. It's kind of basic, but at the same time, like, elevated, and I think that works for Chanel. Next up, we have Hailee Steinfeld. She is wearing Tamara Ralph. I just watched Sinners for the first time. I am obsessed, so officially Hailee Steinfeld stan. But this Tamara Ralph dress, it's okay. It's fine. It's working. It's doing its job. It's a silver, I believe, embellished lace. It's fully, like, crystallized in the lace, which takes a lot of time, and I respect that. I just think the bows kind of a little odd. Maybe the ends of the ribbons are a little long. To me, maybe if they were shorter, I wouldn't mind it as much. I think that the cutouts of the lace, you know, at the stomach and at the bust area is cute. I think it works. I think it's wonderful. I think it's really just the black throws me off. I don't know if you necessarily needed them. But other than that, it looks good. Next up, we have Heart Evangelista, who is wearing Robert 1, and I love when people support young, cool designers. I think this floral dress is sweet. I think that the baby doll shape is fine. It works. I think it has a nice sort of long train to it. Maybe my one issue is like the sleeve and the collar area. I just hate a one shoulder, and so that's tough. But I think that the print on it works. I think it's beautiful. And I love the hat. See, like, don't be afraid of a hat. Hats work. Hats are important. I love the fact that it has the rose right on the top. We can clearly tell what it's going for. I'm into that. This area I'm not loving. Next up, we have Hunter Schafer, who is also wearing Schiaparelli. I think this is beautiful. I don't know if this is maybe the best color on her. I think it's really like the teal. It's a little drained. It's unsaturated. So maybe that's my one issue with it, but besides that, I actually love this. I think it's fantastic. The fit is phenomenal. The dress itself is really like a work of art, and getting to see it, honestly, on somebody that it was made for originally. Also quite lovely. Just the bands of velvet with these gold bands of beading is fantastic. Like, the beads shine so well. Tiers of the stripes are just fantastic. Like, it all works. Like, the waist is snatched. She looks good. Next up, we have Karol G, who's also wearing Schiaparelli. This is another haute couture look, and this is actually my favorite view of this dress that I've ever seen. I didn't really love it on the runway, and I think that Karol honestly kind of pulls it off. I think there was something about it that just felt weird. It was the front kind of sheer that I just never really got into, but I think that this version on her really works. I think the floral sort of pieces are quite nice and you can see them a lot more. I also think that the front sort of sheer is a little bit negated, which I think works, and also maybe it's because she's not as tall and so doesn't need to be as lengthy. I think that is fine. I don't mind the little fabric train at the very end. Not really like maybe needed, but it helps to elongate. And I think that honestly, like, body-wise, this works on her very well. I think that the shape is great. I like the way she fills it out. It's nice. I think it's good. Next up, we have Katy Perry. She's wearing Balenciaga. I get it. It's like structured and construction and Balenciaga. It's a double-breasted jacket dress. Like, I do think that the plunge and the shoulder, like that raised shoulder like that, is actually rather magnificent. The shoe is weird. It's just not really like much to write home about, you know? I think things can be simple and that's great and that's wonderful, but I don't know. I don't love it. Next up, we have Keira Knightley, who's wearing Chanel. I don't remember when I was like, oh my God, tears, beautiful. I'm crying tears. Not loving the tears. I think that the motif that runs throughout is not great. And on top of it, the tears, there's just a lot of them. And she doesn't look awful, so that's good. But at the same time, I don't think that it's doing anybody any favors either. You know what I mean? Like, she's pulling the dress over the finish line. It's not dragging her down. So don't get it. Next up, we have Kim Kardashian, who's wearing Balenciaga and Lorraine Schwartz jewelry, and we'll talk about why the jewelry is kind of important. Kim walked the Balenciaga Haute Couture show. It was Demna's last show. I'm not really giving my opinions on the show. Kim was dressed up as Elizabeth Taylor in Cat in a Hot Tin Roof, and I don't really know why. I still don't kind of understand it. I know that Kim loves Elizabeth Taylor. I don't know that Demna loves Elizabeth Taylor. I just don't know why it was a thing. I'm kind of speechless about it because it just isn't really logical. Also, Kim was wearing a lot of jewelry and I was like, oh, okay, like jewelry, whatever. But on the pictures of Balenciaga, it literally says like high jewelry by Lorraine Schwartz. And the thing is, I'm pretty positive that the necklaces that Kim is wearing are Lorraine Schwartz herself, but the earrings are Elizabeth Taylor earrings that Lorraine Schwartz purchased from auction that, again, owned by Elizabeth Taylor. I know that Kim loves Elizabeth Taylor and she collects Elizabeth Taylor stuff and jewelry and all that, but like, I don't get it. Like, the dress even isn't really on par with the original dress. Kim's version is longer and she's wearing this faux fur that's, I believe, is made out of feather. I don't get it. I don't really see the connection because, like, I think the whole point of the collection was a love letter to Balenciaga and his time there, and also Italian tailoring, which I think is a nod to the fact that he's going to Gucci. It's an American play. She's an American actress. I shouldn't really wear a whole lot of Balenciaga. Like, I don't get it. I just had to share my confusion. Next up, we have Kirsten Dunst, who is wearing Chanel, and I don't hate it, but I don't like it. It's one of those interesting little drapey, gathered tops, but I don't love the way that the straps for the top come onto the side of the bust and then go up. I also think like the weird clip in the middle is strange. The pants also like not the same fabric, which they don't have to be, but I just noticed it. It feels very summery. I guess not really. I just don't get the point of it. I think there's other options. Next up, we have Lorde, who's wearing Chanel as well. This is a tweed little black dress. I like this scoop neckline. I actually think it's kind of lovely on her. I think that the band of Chanel jewelry on the arm is kind of cool, and I like the 3/4 length sleeve. I actually think that is kind of shocking, but I'm into it. I like the bell shape of the skirt. I think she looks good. Again, not really much to write home about, but it's not ugly. We then have Lori Harvey, who's wearing Balenciaga, and I just have a problem with this neckline. Like, I know what this dress is. It's clearly a reference to one of Demna's very early collections. It's this interesting halter neck 30s reference, but they were in these like sort of almost spandexy fabrics, and like, I get it. I just don't like it in black. It was fine in like the really patterny patterns, but in black I think it's more than lackluster. Ugh, Marion Cotillard. So good. I love this so much. This tweed contraption is fantastic. It's this beautiful little cocktail dress, really sweet, really lovely. I love the blue braided piping on the pockets, but what I love most out of everything is the fact that the top is like a tank top. It's like a crop tank top that goes over the top of the dress itself. It's something Karl Lagerfeld used to do a lot. Maybe like mid 2010s, mid to late 2010s. It creates an emphasis on the waist. Like it makes the waist look smaller, even though the fabric over top of it is kind of bigger. But it was cool. It was very brilliant. He was doing it in haute couture shows. He was doing it ready to wear. And I love seeing that silhouette come back just a little bit. I love also the braiding that goes along the neck and the hem of the crop top and where the gathering for the skirt starts. Like it's really simple. It's really easy. It's really flawless to me. I don't need much more. It has a summer feeling to it. Yes. Next up we have Michelle Yeoh, who's also wearing Balenciaga, and it's a black skirt suit. What I'm gonna say is I know it's like I just poo-pooed multiple black short dresses, but Balenciaga skirt suit, very on brand. It was something that Balenciaga made a lot of. I like the sort of popped collar. Is it a little blah? Yeah, absolutely. But also I wonder if everybody, for the most part, not everybody, but a lot of people were wearing black because it was mourning that Demna's leaving Balenciaga. I didn't think about that until now, but like, I get it. It's a nice skirt suit, not really anything to write home about, not really super exciting, but I like thinking about the original Balenciaga skirt suits from like the 50s and 60s. So it doesn't remind me of that, but it makes me think about that, so thanks. Next up, we have Nicole Kidman in a black long suit, and it's baggy in the pant, and I'm ready for Gucci. I'm ready for the Gucci era to start. I think it's gonna be good, and I need it to happen because I can't keep looking at boring black suiting all the time. It's big and it's baggy. Okay, I get it. Let's move on. Some things are just boring, okay? Sorry. I hate to say it, but it's true. Next up, we have Penelope Cruz, who is wearing Chanel. It's this tweed with metallic and sequins woven into the tweed. Love that. I love the pearlescent piping on the jacket. I think that it's really sweet. Love it on the pockets. I think the pant cut is great. I think it works. I think the Chanel flat bag, it's there. I'm into this. Next up, we have Ryan Destiny, who's wearing Schiaparelli. This is an haute couture look. The boob shoe, the shoe boob. I think the dress itself is fine. I don't love the shoe thing because I think it's a little odd. It's a little Minnie Mouse shaped for me. And I know they're meant to look weird, but I mean, I think that the shape of them doesn't really follow like the usual shape of a heel. And so that's why I think they're weird. With a heel, it kind of has, you know, right at like the arch area, that sort of dip that comes out. It's kind of high. It felt more like a stiletto, and that's what throws me off. It's too puffy, and I think that's weird. And last but not least, we have Tessa Thompson, who's also wearing black. Again, I'm starting to understand now. It's a lingerie-inspired slip dress. Obviously, it looks like a garter at the waist area, like putting all the lingerie together. I don't know, man, I'm not really excited by it. It's there. Congrats. But I'm not sliving. And normally I like love a Tessa Thompson. She goes for it. I just think that this is like blah. So yeah, let's talk about best and worst. Best, I'm gonna put, this is gonna be an odd one. Marion Cotillard, I'm gonna put a lot of Chanel. Gracie Abrams, I'll put Cardi in the Rahul Mishra and the Scap and the Stephane Rolland. Davika Horne, Hunter Schafer. I think that might be it. As for worst, I'm gonna put Kim because I just don't get it. Like, she looks good, I just don't understand it. Everybody in Balenciaga because it's just kind of done really, it's blah. And Keira, Knightley, and Chanel, don't love that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Remember, if it's your first order, you get 20% off with the code HAUTLAMODE at bombas.com, so go check it out. I will see you guys in the next one, and TTYL.